Hey everybody, my name's Todd. Thanks for coming to my channel. My channel's name is Outlaw Moose Technology. I have it that because I'm from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan originally. There's moose there and it's kind of adopted it as my mascot. What we want to do here is talk about technology. I've been a software professional for over 20 years, so I'm very interested in technology. I'm interested in technology and how it intersects with pop culture and just simply our real lives. Obviously, it's very prevalent in movies. There's some things they get right. There's a lot of things they get wrong. In our real lives, it's getting more and more prevalent through the use of smart technology. And there's also AI that's coming along. So we're seeing it more and more. So sometimes people don't necessarily think of all the details. They don't necessarily understand it. I would like to be able to take up this mantle and help people that maybe not understand what may be the impacts of that. Today we're going to continue our deep dive into Scrum. Today's topic is Scrum team roles and key concepts. I want to make note, as I was putting these training materials together, I took a look at what we were doing with our Scrum teams professionally and what is stated and taught from a more strict perspective. Where I work, we follow, I'm going to make up a percentage, 95 to 90% of how this works. Now, it can vary a little bit depending on where you work and what your situation is, and you can tweak these rules and what is necessary based on your use case. Where I worked, we had a combination of legacy and we also had new development. So if you're doing a lot of new development, you can certainly keep a lot stricter to these rules. But if you get legacy in there where you're maintaining systems, it gets a little bit more complicated. So sometimes you have to make decisions about, okay, how can we tweak Scrum to make it work for this use case? And that's really what we did. So what I did here is I tried to stick to really kind of the core concepts, and you can tweak this as needed. If you're curious about what we did and our use cases, feel free to ask me in the comments below. I can give you more specific examples. But when I was preparing these materials, the idea was really to stick with, okay, what are the key principles without what we ended up doing in some cases to match our specific use cases. But yeah, let me know below if you have any questions about that, and I would gladly answer those. Let's start with today's topic. The Scrum team is the heart of Scrum. They are self-organizing and cross-functional, which means they have everything they need within the team to deliver the product, and they organize themselves around how to best accomplish that. The beauty of the Scrum team is that no one outside the team tells them how to do their work. They have the autonomy to figure out the best way to achieve their goals, and that fosters creativity, accountability, and efficiency. Let's talk about the three key roles within the Scrum team. The product owner. This person represents the voice of the customer. The product owner is responsible for maximizing the value of the product by managing the product backlog, prioritizing work based on customer needs and business goals. They ensure the team is always focused on delivering the most valuable work first. Think of the product owner as the one who answers the what the team needs to build based on customer feedback and market trends. The Scrum Master. The Scrum Master is the servant leader for the team. They facilitate the Scrum process, making sure the team understands Scrum principles and practices. But more importantly, The Scrum Master helps the team remove the obstacles that are getting in their way, whether it's solving communication issues, removing external blockers, or simply helping them stay on track during sprints. The Scrum Master's role is to support the team in any way necessary to achieve their goals. The developers. These are the people who actually do the work to build the product. The term developers doesn't just refer to coders. It could be anyone on the team who contributes to building the increment. This can include designers, testers, or other specialists. Developers work collaboratively to achieve the goals set for each sprint, determining the how to deliver the product the best way possible. Together, these roles make up a cross-functional unit that can handle everything from understanding the customer needs to building the product to ensuring that the Scrum process is working smoothly. There's no hierarchy in the Scrum team. Each role is equally important, and the success of the project depends on how well these roles work together. By being self-organizing and cross-functional, these teams take ownership of how they work. They decide the best way to achieve their sprint goals, and they continuously adapt based on feedback and learnings from previous sprints. In the upcoming slides, we'll break down each of these roles in more detail and explore how they interact during the various Scrum ceremonies. The product owner has a unique and important responsibility within the team. Their main job is to ensure the Scrum team is delivering the highest value items that will make the biggest impact for the business and customers. Let's break down their key responsibilities. Defining and prioritizing the product backlog. The product backlog is a living list of all the work the team needs to do for the product. It includes everything from new features to bug fixes to technical debt. But it's not just a to-do list. The product backlog needs to be constantly refined and ordered. The product owner is responsible for making sure this list is always up to date and prioritized based on what will bring the most value to the customer. This means they are continuously evaluating and re-evaluating what should be done next, ensuring the team is always working on the most important task first. Representing the stakeholders and customers. The product owner is the link between the team and everyone who has a vested interest in the product, whether that's customers, stakeholders, or the business itself. They listen to the needs and feedback of these groups, and they bring that insight to the team. Their goal is to make sure the Scrum team is building something that not only meets the business objectives, but also truly solves the customer's problems. The product owner makes the final call on what gets built and when, balancing customer desires with business goals. Ensuring the team is delivering the highest value items. It's not just about getting things done, it's about delivering the right things. The product owner is constantly making decisions about which tasks to deliver the most value, whether it's a new feature that customers have been asking for or fixing a critical bug. The product owner ensures the team's efforts are focused on high priority work that will make a meaningful difference to the end product. So, to sum up, the product owner's role is absolutely crucial in Scrum. They're not just product manager, they're a visionary and decision maker who ensures the team is working on the right things at the right time. Without a strong product owner, teams can easily get off track working on low priority tasks that don't add much value. But with a product owner who understands the product, the customer, and the market, teams can deliver a product that truly makes an impact. In our next slide, we will explore the role of the Scrum Master. We're taking a closer look at the Scrum Master role. The Scrum Master is a unique role in Scrum and is one of the most critical positions when it comes to the success of the Scrum team. Let's dive into the 3 responsibilities of the Scrum Master: facilitating Scrum ceremonies and ensuring Scrum practices. One of the key responsibilities of a Scrum Master is facilitating the Scrum ceremonies, such as the daily Scrum or stand-up, sprint planning, sprint review, and sprint retrospective. The Scrum Master ensures that these events happen as they should and that they serve their purpose in helping the team stay aligned and productive. But it doesn't stop there. The Scrum Master also makes sure the team is following the Scrum framework and principles properly, guiding them on how to adhere to the rules of the Scrum without being rigid or overly procedural, removing impediments and fostering team improvement. Another crucial aspect of the Scrum Master's role is to remove obstacles that might be preventing the team from reaching their full potential. These obstacles, or impediments, could be anything from technical challenges to organizational roadblocks. The Scrum Master steps in and either resolves the issue directly or finds someone who can. But it's not just about removing blockers. The Scrum Master also fosters continuous improvement within the team. They help the team reflect on what's working and what's not during sprint retrospectives, encouraging the team to experiment with new ways to enhance their productivity and collaboration. Acting as a servant leader and guiding the team towards self-organization. Finally, the Scrum Master is the servant leader. They're not there to manage the team or tell them what to do. Instead, they serve the team by providing guidance and support. The Scrum Master helps the team grow in their ability to self-organize, meaning the team takes responsibility for how they do their work. By empowering the team to make decisions, the Scrum Master helps create an environment of trust and collaboration where each team member is accountable for their part of delivering the sprint goal. So to recap the Scrum Master, they facilitate Scrum ceremonies and ensures the team is following Scrum principles. They remove impediments and help the team continuously improve, and they serve the team as a servant leader, guiding them towards self-organization. In our next slide, we will explore the role of the developer. We're now going to focus on the role of developers in Scrum. Developers are essential to the success of any Scrum team because they're the ones that are actually building and delivering the product. Let's break down their responsibilities and what makes this role so important. First, developers build and deliver the product incrementally during each sprint. What does that mean? Well, instead of trying to deliver the entire product at once, developers work in short cycles called sprints, typically lasting 2 to 4 weeks. During each sprint, they build a small, working increment of the product, adding new features or making improvements with each iteration. By the end of the sprint, the team should have something that is potentially shippable, something that could be delivered to the customer, even if it's just a small part of the overall product. This approach allows for continuous delivery and keeps the team focused on making progress. Next, the developers collaborate to achieve the sprint goal. In Scrum, teamwork is everything. Developers work closely with each other, the Scrum Master, and the product owner to make sure they're on track. The sprint goal is a clear objective set at the beginning of the sprint, and the developers are responsible for figuring out how to reach it. Whether that involves coding, testing, designing, or problem solving, they do it as a team. Collaboration is the key here. Everyone contributes their unique skills, and the team succeeds or fails together. Finally, Developers are part of a cross-functional team. In Scrum, a team isn't made up of just one type of specialist. A cross-functional team means you have all the skills you need to complete the work within the team, whether that's coding, testing, design, or something else. The developers are responsible for working together to develop solutions. Each person might have different skills, but together they form a cohesive unit of building and delivering the product incrementally. So to summarize, the role of developers in Scrum involves building and delivering product incrementally, making sure that each sprint results in a small, usable part of the product, collaborating to achieve the sprint goal, working closely with teammates to ensure they're aligned and on track, working with cross-functional team, leveraging the diverse skills within the team to develop effective solutions. Developers in Scrum are empowered to make decisions about how they'll reach the sprint goal. That's what makes their role both challenging and rewarding. In our next slide, we will explore the key concepts of Scrum. We're going to explore 3 key concepts that are central to Scrum framework: servant leadership, team empowerment, and cross-functional teams. These ideas are what make Scrum such a powerful way to work, so let's break them down. First, let's talk about servant leadership. In Scrum, the Scrum Master is the perfect example of a servant leader. Unlike traditional managers who might direct or control the team, a servant leader's role is to serve the team. The Scrum Master leads by supporting the team's needs and helping them overcome obstacles that might slow them down. Their focus isn't on telling the team what to do, but on removing impediments, so the team can focus on delivering the product. For example, if the team is struggling with the lack of resources or external dependencies, the Scrum Master steps in to solve those problems. Servant leadership is all about empowering the teams to succeed, not by controlling them, but by enabling them. Next, let's dive into team empowerment. One of the key principles of Scrum is the team is self-organizing. This means that the Scrum team is empowered to make their own decisions about how to reach the sprint goal. They aren't being micromanaged or told exactly how to do their work. Instead, the team collectively decides on the best approach. This level of empowerment helps foster creativity, ownership, and accountability within the team. The team feels trusted, and because of that trust, they perform at a higher level. Scrum recognizes that the people closest to the work are the best suited to make decisions about how that work should be done. Finally, let's talk about cross-functional teams. In Scrum, the team is designed to be cross-functional, meaning it has all the skills needed to complete the work. You won't find separate departments for design, testing, or development. Those skills are all represented within the team. This means the team can work autonomously without relying on external groups to get things done. By having a diverse skill set within the team, the Scrum team can move quickly and deliver high-quality increments every sprint. Everyone brings something different to the table, but together they form a cohesive unit capable of delivering a complete product. So to recap, servant leadership: the Scrum Master leads by serving the team, removing obstacles, and focusing on their needs. Team empowerment: the Scrum team is empowered to make decisions and self-organize, allowing them to take their ownership of their work. Cross-functional teams: the team is made up of members within with diverse skills, enabling them to work autonomously and deliver value without external dependencies. These concepts are the backbone of Scrum, and they are what allow teams to be so effective and adaptable in a changing environment. In this video, we've covered the critical roles and key concepts that make Scrum successful. Let's quickly recap what we've learned. The role of the product owner. The product owner is the voice of the customer, responsible for maximizing the value of the product. They manage the product backlog, prioritize features, and ensure the team is always working on the most valuable items. The role of the Scrum Master. The Scrum Master is the servant leader of the team, facilitating the Scrum process. They remove obstacles, coach the team on agile practices, and ensure that Scrum is followed. They empower the team to focus on delivering high-quality work. The role of the developer. Developers, also known as the development team, are the ones who build and deliver the product increment. They are cross-functional and self-organizing, meaning that they decide how to accomplish the work within a sprint and collaborate to meet the sprint goals. So what are the key concepts of Scrum? Servant leadership. This is at the heart of the Scrum Master's role, leading by serving the team, removing roadblocks, and fostering a culture of collaboration and growth. Team empowerment. In Scrum, teams are empowered to make decisions and take ownership of their work. This autonomy boosts engagement and productivity. Cross-functional teams. Scrum teams consist of members with diverse skills, ensuring they can handle all aspects of the work without dependencies on external teams. This increases efficiency and speed. And that's it. Understanding these roles and concepts is crucial for running an effective Scrum team. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button and share this content. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing for more technology content just like this. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below with your biggest takeaway, or let me know what you'd like to see, which topic you'd like to see next. I'd love to hear from you. If you'd like to support this channel, feel free to check out my Buy Me a Coffee link where you can help me keep content like this coming to you. Thank you so much.